New week, new outfit, and same old question. Do you have a pattern for that? We'll get to that in a moment. First, let me show you what I'm wearing. The base layer is this jersey dress. It's 100% wool. It's really lightweight, and I love wearing it exactly like this, not on its own, but as a base. So this is not the main hero of the outfit. The main star here is this 100% wool kimono-style coat. It's very simple, very comfortable. I love the big pockets. It doesn't have any closure, so I just love to use a belt on top of both kimono and the dress to bring it in around the waist. So this more tailored look is achieved by simply using the belt. That's it. Now, back to the question. Do I have a pattern for this? And the answer is yes, but probably not in the way you expect. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Lisa Bennett, designer, educator, and co-founder of Arkdefo. We teach women how to work with their own measurements and design clothes that they would actually want to wear, which means we don't use or sell ready-made patterns. Instead, we teach you how to design your own patterns based on your measurements, your body type, and style preferences. Because every single garment starts from the same place, a basic pattern block built on your individual measurements. Once you understand that logic, designing and making clothes becomes surprisingly simple. Let me show you. How to make a simple jacket with a kimono style opening. I'll be using my blocks with 40 centimeter ease because it creates nice and beautiful and relaxed fit. First, I copy my blocks as they are. Next, I decide on the length of my jacket. And now, what do I do with the side seam? I do love an A-line. This really allows the jacket to sit nicely around the hips, kind of flowing away from them. And one more thing here, lift up my hem towards the side seam a bit to hit here the right angle. Same on the other side, on the front. And the last part here on the front, I need to change my neckline because for the kimono opening, it needs to be straight. So I don't need this. From the shoulder down, it's a little bit soft. So it's not as a straight line, it's a little bit goes here on the softer curve. That's the body pattern ready. I can cut it out. Now, this could be a ready pattern for your body of the jacket. However, because of the fabric I'm using, it has this herringbone lines, vertical lines. I don't like vertical lines going up all the way to the shoulder because they kind of create curved back visually. So I love to break the patterns. I will add a yoke at the back like this. So I'm breaking my back into two pieces simply for the visual reasons. And I will design yoke as a separate piece and then attach it to the back. That's it. Now, in terms of front, only one more thing here is to add a pocket. It's basically a rectangular shape. It's a very simple patch pocket. Here we go. The last part is the sleeve. This is a standard sleeve block and I almost never use it because the cap height is way too long. So it creates this very formal sleeve. This is not my style. So I usually turn it into a sports sleeve, which is a lot more comfortable in wear and allows more movement. Here's how I do it. I copy this block as it is first and I cut it out. And I want to draw a funny shape that kind of resembles a fringe, like a curve this way. And somewhere in the middle, more or less, I also draw vertical lines this way. And now I will cut it from the armhole up the way. And then this little bit up. Same on the other side. I want to spread it open this way, a little bit up, and this way as well. Okay, on each side. The easiest way to do that is to glue it. So the main body of the sleeve doesn't change. Only these bits parallel to this original line. I correct my seam on the back, the curve, and on the front. And now I cut this shape out. The pattern is ready. The only thing missing is this little kind of trim around the entire neckline. So all the way front and then along the back and then back down. All I'm doing here, I'm measuring the entire length of it, all the length of the front, neckline on the back and down back. And I'm cutting a long strip of fabric. And that's it. That's the pattern for the kimono ready. How to make a pattern for a semi-fitted swing dress with sleeves. For this dress, I'll be using my blocks with 20 centimeters ease. And first, I just copy my blocks as they are. And now I can design my dress. I decide on the length of it. And because I'm using my blocks with 20 centimeter ease, they are already slightly further away from the body. It means that my waistline is not sitting really tight to my waistline. So what I can do here, decide by how much I'm opening up my skirt, and I just draw a line from the hemline towards the waistline. That's it. Same on the front. And the last part is to correct the hemline front and back, because you want to have a right angle over here. So just do it this way. And I can cut my patterns out. That's the pattern for the dress ready. One last detail is a little trim that goes over here, like a little stand. And it's basically a rectangular shaped fabric that is a little bit shorter than the neckline. And the last part is the sleeve. I could use it as it is, but I usually adjust it into the sports sleeve. And that's it. That's a pattern for my dress ready. It's a very quick and simple design, and you can absolutely make it in a couple of hours. As you can see, same body, same blocks, completely different clothes. When you understand how clothes work, designing them becomes really easy. If you would love to learn how to design your perfect wardrobe, you can explore our courses via the link below this video. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next Friday.